Flying solo. How do you run a house cleaning business if you're a solo person? That's a great question, and we're going to talk about that today. Hi there, I'm Angela Brown, and this is Ask a House Cleaner. This is a show where you get to ask a house cleaning question, and I get to help you find an answer. Now, today's show is brought to us by none other than SavvyPerks, SavvyPerks.com. Basically what it is it's a membership site that allows you to have access to all kinds of different deals and discounts. It's an app that follows you on the phone via GPS. So wherever you go, there are 250,000 companies in America that allow you special discounts. So imagine like a Costco card where you have a card, it's a membership card, and you go into one store and you get to access all of the savings and discounts. Instead of one store, it's lots of stores and restaurants and services. So it's things like saving money on your cell phone bill and saving money on getting your tires rotated or your oil changed, or maybe you drive through the fast food when you stop for lunch on your way to work. So all these different places have discounts that are available only to members of SavvyPerks. So if you're a small business owner, the whole purpose is keeping money in your pocket. So we've done a deal with SavvyPerks so that we can access this even if you're only one person. So if you're one person, check it out, SavvyPerks.com. And if you have a team of people, it's an awesome Christmas gift. All right, now on to today's show, which is from a house cleaner who does not want to expand. They want to just be a solo operator, and they want to know, how do I run my business as one person? All right, that's a great question because it's going to demand more from you than anything you've ever done. And very first and foremost, I want you to start down and create a schedule for yourself, because you have to be incredibly disciplined, because there's no boss and there's nobody that's going to come check up on you. You are your own boss, okay? So what you have to do is create a schedule and determine how many days a week you want to work. So my suggestion is start out slow. Start out with 1 day a week and mark it to one particular neighborhood. Then as you build out your schedule, then you can open up a new day of the week. This allows you to work another job or a part-time job while you're getting your house cleaning business off the ground. So you still have some money coming in until you can go full-time if that's your end goal. Now, if it's not your end goal and you still want to keep your other job, which a lot of house cleaners do for benefits and other reasons, what you may want to do is find the day off that you have per week and book your house cleaning on the day off and start very slow, or start in the evening or the afternoon. There are lots of people that will work out a deal with their boss at their current job where they work, let's say, a half a day till like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Then they go and they work the rest of the day from home. So what this means is you then pick up your afternoon clients in the time that you would be working, and you make up that extra work from like 7 to 9 at night. So you have to adjust your schedule a little bit, but it allows you then to keep both jobs while you're getting off the ground. All right, once you've determined your schedule and you figured out exactly how many hours a week you're going to be able to work, then you have to figure out the money part. The money part is you sit down and you figure out all of your bills. How much do all of your bills cost? This is your mortgage or your rent. This is your car. It's the gas for your car. It's the insurance for your car. It's the license and registration. Then you go over to like your health and wellness. What does your grocery bill look like? Do you have a gym membership? Do you have kids? Do you have alimony? Do you have child support? What are the bills that you're paying? And you have to lay all of that out. Once you figure out all of the expenses that you have, then and only then can you figure out how you're going to split that up into the hours that you're willing to work. And so that will determine how much money you need to make. And so it will also determine whether or not you're going to be cleaning residential or you're going to have to pick up commercial jobs. So there's a wide variety of things that are going to be determined by how much money you need to bring in. All right, another thing that I would recommend is your health and wellness, because if you are a solo operator, this is it. Okay, this is your biggest asset of your business. And so what happens is you have to take care of you. And so you have to figure out your sleep schedule, and you have to figure out your exercise schedule, and then you have to figure out your diet, because your diet will have to change. You don't get to eat food that puts you into a food coma if you're expected to be at a house to clean for the next 2 or 3 hours. You have to eat high energy, low carb food that's going to give you the momentum and the energy to keep going and then going and going and going, right? So you're going to have to change a bunch of things. And then along with changing your physical well-being, you're also going to have to change your head. Because as you start your house cleaning business, you're going to get a lot of customers that for whatever reason, they're miserable or they love to nitpick or they're high maintenance or whatever. And if you have not been in the business for a long time, it's possible, not saying this is the case, but it's possible that you have a thin skin and you are easily offended. And you're going to come away from a customer's house going, oh no, I can't believe they said that to me. Well, yeah, they did. And that's their God-given right to have that opinion. And so you need to just let it roll off the top of your back and then go to the next customer's house. If you internalize that stuff and you end up taking it on, those miserable negative comments are going to eat away at your unconscious mind and your work ethic. And you're going to feel like, well, I don't want to go back there again. And I'm going to just dump that customer. And you get in these weird habits of feeling entitled, like you're entitled to work with people who love you. The world is full of negative people. And there are a lot of negative people that pay your paycheck. And as long as you're making the money, in 2 hours, the job will be done and you can move on to the next customer. We don't have to erase customers just because they have a bad attitude. They are entitled to their bad attitude. But you don't need to internalize that and take that home with you. You can leave it right there at their house. Oh yes, Mrs. Jones, you're the most miserable person I've ever met, and that's okay. In 2 hours, I get to go to a happy customer's house. I'll just take your money and I will leave, right? You get a clean house, I get the money, it's a good deal. And when I leave, you still get to be miserable. Yay, everyone wins. But if you take that with you to the next person's house and you start internalizing it, you start feeding off of that, that's just going to mess up your head. So as a solo operator, you don't have the benefit of having a team that you go to every day and somebody gives you a pep talk and a motivational speech and rah, rah, and great job. And you have to do that for yourself. So my suggestion is, if you're going solo, you got to get all these different elements in place. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. But I'm going to stop there for today because I could go on for hours. And that's what we do in our SavvyCleaner training. We go on for hours and we have lots of different elements that we hit on in order to motivate you and to keep you in business, even if you're a solo operator. So I'm going to stop there for today, but do leave some notes in the comments below. I want to hear your opinions and I want to hear your suggestions and I want to hear your questions. So let's start a conversation. If you found this helpful, pass it on to a friend. And until we meet again, leave the world a cleaner place than when you found it.